pleasant good morning to everyone, and just like that, we are now in our third game of our 9-game offering in this Hot Shot Saturday. This time, we bring you action from the 18 under division as one hard luck team trying to clinch another win in 2 months. Battle against one of the top teams who would not only try to continue its winning streak but place itself in a good position entering into the playoffs as we bring you the live coverage of the games of the Apex Gaming 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. So 2 games are down. Third game ng Malabon at Mindoro, and couple of lopsided wins for Mindoro in our first 2 games nga ngayong umaga. Antipolo, Marikina will follow immediately after. Quezon City and Mandaluyong will end our day. Isang magandang umaga muli sa inyong lahat. Jaime Mendihar still here with Coach Mark Dandan bringing you this morning's action, and that's like I said, yung first 2 games natin is a little bit of big lead for big wins for Mindoro. Sana itong 18 under a bit more tighter, but I'm not sure with the performance nga of Malabon recently.
Well, both teams are looking to win today, and looking at the standings, looking at Malabon, who's dead last, but at the same time, they're not out of the woods yet. A victory could still tie them for number 10 in the standings. Alam naman natin na medyo safe ka pa doon kasi nasa play-in ka. They're just trying to avoid the number 11 spot. But for Mindoro, a win could propel them to the number 1 slot. So both teams have very important wins to manufacture today. So hopefully we'll see a very competitive ball game from both teams.
And speaking of Malabon nga, Coach, if they want to have an opportunity to not be that 11th and last team, it has to start today. But didn't help that they lost against Pampanga in their previous game. Talagang naipit sila dito, but still a chance, as you said.
Well, to give them a chance, they're going to have to shoot better than what they shot in their last game. They only shot 33% from the field and gave up 54 rebounds to the Pampanga Junior Giant Lanterns. Second chance points reflects the advantage of Pampanga in the rebounding department. So Malabon, they really have to do a better job against this Mindoro team, especially with their field goal percentages.
Dito naman tayo sa kabila, Mindoro with that nail-biter against Quezon City. Just a 1-point victory in their previous outing, wishing to continue that same theme in this ball game.
No, that ball game could have gone anyways. Pwede sa QC, pwede sa Mindoro, but with the second chance points and the bench points, especially the free throw shooting, Mindoro was excellent at the end of the game with the free throws. That gave them that slight edge to get that victory.
Marquee matchup naman tayo dito for both teams. An absent player dito sa Malabon, unfortunately, while for the other end, Mindoro, asahan muli, Harvey John Raimundo.
Justin Velasquez, unfortunately, is sick today, so he's not here with his team. A big loss, the leading scorer of your team not playing today for Malabon. So the other guys will have to step up for them. On the other end, Harvey Raimundo, 16 points per game. That's not easy an easy production to be consistent. But not only him, but the others have to step up because they do need this win to get that number 1 slot.
And let's get straight to it with our starting lineups by a brand new announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ynares under Antipolo City. Here we go for the third match of Apex Gaming 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Inaugural season. It's a battle between Malabon 18U under and Mindoro Foundation Junior Disciplinados 18 under. Introducing first the starters of Malabon 18 under. Playing guard number 3, Joaquin Christopher Ruales. Playing center number 13, Alinar Haji Kasan. Playing forward, CJ Rodriguez. Also at forward, number 22, Axel Rosales. Playing guard number 38, Richmond Montejo. The head coach of Malabon 18 under, Coach Froylan Bagyon. Assistant coach, Jerry Doctor. And now presenting the starters of Mindoro Foundation Junior Disciplinados 18 under. Playing off guard, number 6, Yano Laxarum. He's playing forward, number 10, Rufus Eligado. Also at up guard, number 11, Harvey John Raimundo. Playing point guard, number 12, Sean Deschamble. playing center number 13, Zion Guanzon. The head coach of Mindoro Descent Foundation Junior Disciplinados 18 under, Coach J. Ocampo. Maureen Gonzalez, Elgin Lopez. Team manager Jason Olivares. Games official at this match, crew chief John Mahinay, Joel Badel, and Justin Santos. This is Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
About to tip off, dito pa rin tayo sa Ynares Center in Antipolo. Just a few things being sorted out for both teams bago tayo magsimula. Maybe talking quickly about the starters for both squads muna. For Malabon, we have Roales, Haji Casan, Rodriguez, Rosales, and Montejo. For Mindoro naman, we have Laksarum, Elegado, Raimundo, Diciembre, and Guanzon. Sorting things out muna dito for before we start. So we see Coach Robbie speaking with the coaching staff of Mindoro. Mindoro would want to get a clean sweep from this virtual best of three between them and Malabon. Nakakuha nga nilang victory sa 14 and 16 under matchups earlier. Lang itong Malabon, as mentioned during pregame, missing the services of their marquee player. Ito nga si Justin Velasquez, who is unfortunately nursing an illness. So get well soon para kay Justin Velasquez in case you are listening. And salamat for those who have joined us this morning, whether you're watching in Facebook, YouTube, or Signal TV sa ating MPTV channel. Enjoying youth basketball at its finest dito sa Junior MPBL. Meantime, while we sort things out, we'll take a short break. Magbabalik tayo with more Junior MPBL.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now. From the court to the casino, elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo, bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Junior, MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod.
Back to our 18 under matchup of Mindoro and Malabon. A bit of a delay, but things have been sorted. Dito na nga. Jump ball na tayo as Mindoro secures first possession. Malabon will try to figure things out with in the absence of Justin Velasquez. So yung kanilang opensa talagang hahanapin nila this morning as Disyembre starts us off early. Yun naman ang gusto ko dito sa kay Disyembre. Kahit na, well, malapit naman na ang December. Pero maaga ang kanyang umpisa dito sa itong ball game na to. And Malabon, they cannot afford to trail big early. Yung kung gusto nga nilang magkaroon ng tsansa makakakuha ng panalo dito because they are at the bottom of the standings. You were talking about it earlier, Coach Mark, on how important this ball game is, especially for Malabon and avoiding to be that team na malalaglag at the end of elimination.
Oh, it's good to note na may bearing pareho for both teams. Itong game natin this morning. Kasi yun nga, tulad na sinabi mo, Malabon still has a chance to avoid the number 11 spot. And ito namang Mindoro, they have a chance to get the top spot. So, both games are very important still sa parehong team na to. So there's no excuse for them to not play hard and play to get that victory.
Especially itong mga top teams tulad ng Mindoro, no? Yung mga habits na gusto mo ding mabuo and maging consistent heading into the playoffs, you would want to sustain, especially in your key players. Even yung conditioning dahil alam naman natin how, gaano kalaki na yung gap between the games and if wala rin masyadong practice time tong teams, itong actual ball game would be a good way to practice yung mga plays mo and compete at a high level.
And you want that, especially if you're a team like Mindoro na you're competing for the top spot. You want to stay sharp papunta sa playoffs natin. Alam naman natin yung mga difficulties ng mga teams natin dito sa Junior MPBL in terms of practice time, di ba? Not all teams are able to practice equally. Kasi yun nga, may mga commitments yung mga bata sa school, sa varsity teams nila, so on and so forth. So any time that they can spend together as a team, kasama yung game time na yan, is very important. Kasi nakakapagturo pa rin yung coaches nila.
Tied at 2 with still 7:40 remaining in our first quarter. 3-pointer. Makukuha dito ng Malabon courtesy of Axel Rosales. So Rosales joining Rodriguez with the baskets here for Malabon. Holding an early lead 5-2. Sagot naman agad sa kabila. This is Harvey John Raimundo. The player nga that we were highlighting during pregame, Coach Mark, na inaasahan, especially in the scoring option dito for the junior disciplinados.
Again, Raimundo will have a great opportunity to really ball out kasi wala yung katapat niya. Talking about Justin Velasquez who's out due to sickness. So who will match up against dito kay Harvey John Raimundo? will be the question. And who will step up offensively for Malabon?
Taking it all the way to the hoop would miss. CJ Rodriguez. Raimundo will pull it back. They reset through Diciembre. 15 to work with for the blue shirts. Trying to be patient. Raimundo attacking this time with the left. And sabi mo nga, this might be the ball game na kung naghahanap siya ng big output, pwede niyang i-take advantage itong matchup na to.
Lalo na medyo alanganin pa itong Malabon in terms of their depth. We only see 3 guys on the bench for Malabon. So they have the bare minimum of allowable number of players to play. So it's going to be very tough. And obviously, the style of play nito Malabon, they're running up and down the floor. So yung resistensya nila, kumbaga, how will that sustain? How will they sustain that form for the next 4 quarters against a much deeper Mindoro team who can go literally their whole lineup in this game?
Tall order na nga the beginning of the ball game pa lang dahil this is a top team in Mindoro and you are missing Justin Velasquez tapos limited pa nga ang iyong pamalit. So kapag maaga kang naubusan ng gasolina, it just might be a long morning. No? Typically it's a long night but in this case it might be a long morning para dito sa Fisher Mall. So turnover here para sa kanila. Babalik ang bola sa Mindoro. Holding this 3-point lead, 8-5.
But so far for Malabon, despite that turnover, they've been playing very aggressive, which is good to see. Diba? Usually, pag medyo, you're going up against a tougher team, a team up above the ranks, medyo may konting kaba, nag-aalangan ka. But, itong Malabon, so far so good. Staying in pace with Mindoro.
Minsan pagka alam mong malakas kalaban mo, tentative ka,
Oo.
di ba? Parang may konting intimidation factor. On the other end naman, sa Mindoro, if you would just look at the standings, knowing that you're going up against the bottom team of your division, iniwasan mo naman na masyado kang maging kumpiyansa, na parang petik-petik ka lang sa umpisa.
Yun ang ayaw mong maging problema. And, if you're Mindoro, you want to take this game and not develop any bad habits going forward, especially if they want to go deep in the playoffs, diba? Ayaw mong mag-create kayo ng bad habits because of just one game na medyo binaliwala mo.
And they're figuring the tight matchup nga sa standings natin, talking about itong Mindoro, because top of that division is Mandaluyong at 6-1 to go with Pampanga with also 5-1, just a lone loss. So gusto mong makakapit pa nga with just that top 1 and 2 in order to gain a better position and a better matchup likely heading into the playoffs. As Elegado hits that 3-pointer, first 3-pointer para sa Junior Disciplinados. He also comes up with his steal but saves it to the wrong guy. Takes it all the way is Richmond Montejo para sa Malabon.
And as I said, so far so good for Malabon. They've been very aggressive, especially on the break, getting the ball to the hoop as fast as they can. But, better decision-making siguro. Nagkukulang sila with all the early turnovers that they have. And here, si Rosales taking it strong. Medyo natakot lang kay Guanzon. Nagalangan. Hindi niya alam kung ifo-floater niya o ile-layup niya.
Parang nisip niya, should I use the window or...
Nasa baseline. Walang window eh. So nag-alangan talaga siya dun.
Pero kala niya kasi bukas na bukas dito sa baseline. But Guanzon immediately reacting to that move. Balasa ang Mindoro dito. Couple of substitutions for them. Not the same luxury that Malabon has, unfortunately. They only have 3 players or 4 players rather on the bench. It's another 3-pointer here. This time it's Roales hitting that one. So right there is Malabon, 13-10 behind a couple of 3-pointers. Mindoro, their own version. Look at that Selly. To the delight of that Mindoro bench. That was John Gelly. So yung outside shooting dito for both squads working so far. Make that back-to-back-to-back para sa kaparehong koponan. Sagot agad. That's CJ Rodriguez hitting another 3-pointer para sa Malabon.
Obviously, the 18 under guys don't have the problem of their 16 under counterparts. Tuloy-tuloy yung scoring natin dito sa first quarter.
Mga yung output that we would likely see in this first quarter, they took the 16 under counterparts one half para ma-produce. So another strong attack para sa Malabon. Once again, Richmond Montejo bringing this lead down to 1, 16-15 with still 2:55 left in our first. So look at this replay. Sabi mo nga, Malabon has been doing a good job being aggressive in this start of this ball game. Roales with that three-pointer. Mindoro, their own version, courtesy of John Gelly. A lot of outside shooting working in our first.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the...
Like I've mentioned, the sun is shining bright for the whole Mindoro team, and the 18 under was not spared dahil 3 straight wins na ang koponan lately. However, the Malabon team needs to double if not triple their efforts today dahil marami sa kanila ang hindi makakadalo, such as their team captain Sigfrid Apostol and key player Justin Velasquez. Live pa rin yan dito sa Ynares Center in Antipolo, and we would like to thank our partner Apex Gaming 88 for bringing out the sheer fun in gaming dahil pwede kang maglaro at manalo gamit lamang ang iyong phone. Elevate your game only with Apex Gaming 88, but gamings for 21 above only, and parental supervision is still advised. Hi, man, Coach Mark.
Thank you, Flo. As another timeout whistled here. Malabon naman ang tatawag dito. They are still trailing by 1, 16-15.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now. From the court to the casino, elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
Liga ng bayan na to.
Back with the first quarter of action, Mindoro and Malabon figuring on this tight matchup in our first quarter. Itong Malabon, Coach Mark, no? They have responded the way that you would like them to, showing a sense of urgency dahil ayaw nga nila na sila yung maiwan sa dulo ng standings.
And you see the sense of urgency again from Malabon, really getting out in transition, punishing the defense, the transition defense itong Mindoro, which has been very lax.
Can argue nga na yung iniiwasan natin that this top team is giving a window to this Malabon squad na alam mo ngang gutom. Another outlet pass here to Roales with reset. Another three-pointer, long two rather, stepping on the line. Fortunately for CJ Rodriguez, that wasn't a three-pointer.
Ganda na ng senyas niya pagkatapos ng shoot, no? Sayang, stepping eh.
Nevertheless, no, for Malabon, itong hot shooting nga nila, keeping them in it, still holding a 1-point advantage against Mindoro. So dream start here para sa Fisher Mall, while an unforced turnover here for the junior disciplinados.
Junior disciplinados seem to be the tighter team sa ngayon dito sa start ng laro natin. They know what they're playing for, obviously. No, they really want to secure the top seed. At samantala itong Malabon Fisher Mall, playing very loose, flowing very well. Itong atake nila in transition, talagang pinapahirapan na itong depensa ng Mindoro, which, kumbaga, maraming butas itong depensa nila ngayon.
Hindi pa nga na dinidiinan itong Mindoro, allowing itong Malabon into this ball game as we found Haji Kasan converting underneath and forcing that turnover. Dahil
Maganda yung close-out niya dun.
Kahit ako, mapapatraveling after ng ginawa ni Haji Kasan in that possession.
Haji Gasan, great close-out. I've been watching him play, defending ball screens very well. Importante ngayon na hindi siya ma-foul trouble kasi from the looks of it, siya lang yung legitimate center nitong Malabon.
Yung previous matchup nga natin sa 16 under, Mindoro really, capitalized on the rebounding battle and several opportunities caused by that, which proved to be enough in that, I guess, offensively poor outing for both teams. And nanalo pa nga sila by 20 in that ball game.
Especially that Malabon is short-handed. Mindoro trying to use their depth to outpace and outlast itong Malabon, but it's not been working. So itong Malabon has been very aggressive. Sinasabi nga natin, taking the ball to the hoop, playing the passing lanes, getting those rebounds. So far, so good. Pero again, the question is, masusustain ba nila?
Sa first quarter, baka naman masyado mo nang natodo. Pero I guess walang no choice eh. Dahil you can't really kind of pace yourself dahil alam mo din that if you do not do this, then inaya mo Mindoro makabitaw na maaga, baka hindi ka na rin talaga makabangon. And okay na rin to na may maaga kang, I guess, puhunan. And just might be enough to give you a bit of breathing room na pag may pagod ka na rin later in the ball game. Still holding a 6-point advantage now. Their biggest so far. 4 seconds left in the first quarter para sa Malabon. Would want to build on this 6-point lead. Go to Haji Kasan to the corner for 3. That's short. Well-executed play at the end of that quarter. Hindi nga lang na-convert, but that would be enough for them to take this 6-point lead heading into the second as we look at our Apex Gaming 88 move of the game. Malabon and their several fast break layups. That was CJ Rodriguez converting on our Apex Gaming 88 move of the game, coming off that steal. Nice find coming from Roales, helping build this 6-point advantage. Second quarter when we are back.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
Back with the second quarter of action mula dito sa Ynares Center ng Antipolo. Jaime Mendihar kasama pa rin si Coach Mark Dandan, giving you the third matchup between Malabon and Mindoro. This time in the 18 under division. Ito nga Malabon with that very poor start. And itong Malabon is the dream start naman para sa kanila. Building the 6-point advantage nga in this very important ball game for them. Avoid elimination. And what a way to build some momentum at the end of this elimination round by beating one of the top teams. And at least for the first quarter, they are putting themselves in a position to do just that. Diciembre gets that finger roll to go.
Diciembre started out very well. First quarter natin, he had the first basket of the game. Pero after that, nawala. Si Diciembre, mukhang hindi maaga ang Pasko para sa kanya.
Yung spinner nga natin dito kanina, I think that was early in this the 14 under game. Playing some Christmas music. Sakto, malamig dito sa Antipolo.
Medyo foggy pa nga kanina pagdating natin.
You could mistake it for Baguio nga, no? Kung sumilip ka lang sa labas. Just because of the fog that is here in playing in altitude. Yan. Kick out to Raimundo. 3 ball gets to go. They really would rely on Harvey John Raimundo. 8 points so far for their marquee player.
Really needs to get going, lalo na dito yung struggles nila offensively. In terms of finishing around the basket, they need their leading scorer to produce.
It's a jump ball whistled here. Players on the floor. Nice sportsmanship shown there. Early 5-0 run dito para sa Mindoro. Responding very quickly. I am sure yung kanilang coaching staff not happy with that slow start. Baba ang kalamangan dito sa isa. 24-23. Half-court set here for the white shirts. They have 7 to work with. That bit of hesitation looking at the shot clock, and dahil nga konti na lang, alam niyang kailangan niyang magmadali. Yun, medyo nauna. Meantime, punta muna tayo to Flo for a report. Flo?
Ayon kay Gabon Manuel ng Malabon, as the point guard, he has a heavier responsibility on his shoulders today dahil marami sa kanila ang nagkasakit at hindi makakapunta. Naging problema lang naman nila recently ay yung pagkakapaan sa court dahil minsan sa game na lang sila mismo nagkikita at hindi na sa ensayo. Makikita raw natin ang pagiging all-around nitong si Gabo further in this game. And in the meantime, back to you, Jaime and Coach Mark.
You were talking about that earlier, Coach Mark, that yung practice time isn't a luxury for most of these teams, especially when the classes have started for these students and their other commitments on top of that. So, sabi nga ni Flo, yung nakita na lang sila sa laro na mismo.
Well, you know, that's the truth or the reality. Some of our teams dito sa Junior MPBL kasi you only have so many days in a week, lalo na dito na every weekend ng mga laro natin. So, if you do have a game during the weekend, you're only able to practice maybe 6 times a week. Tapos sa 6 times a week na pa yun, kailan pa kayo magkikita, di ba? Kasi weekdays, may pasok na yung mga bata. I'm sure a lot of these kids also have trainings sa varsity teams nila. So doon pa lang, saan mo pa masisingit yung trainings nyo as a club to represent your municipality, di ba? So that is the challenge, and it's very tricky for the coaches then to build that kind of chemistry and cohesion na kailangan mo to go far in this tournament.
A second opportunity, Mindoro able to convert. This is now a 9-0 run to begin this second quarter. After we ended 24-18 nung first quarter, Malabon scoreless with the first 4 minutes of action here in the second. Mindoro capitalizing, taking back the lead 27-24.
You know, much like nung first game natin sa 14 under, di ba? Malabon had an early lead in the first quarter, but itong Mindoro went on the big run, bridging the second and the third quarters to really take control of the game.
As Laksarum hits that three-pointer, Mindoro really pouring it on. 30-24 now, 10-0 run. Para dito sa Blue Shirts. Pass ahead to Raimundo. He has Diciembre with him. Looking to drop it off. Great defense there. Para sa Malabon, stopping that break. So babalik dito sa Mindoro ang bola. Laksarum decides to take it all the way. His floater is good.
It's 14-0 ngayon yung run ng Mindoro. Remember, that was 24-18 na start ng second quarter natin. Kung kumuha kayong tubig or kumuha ng almusal, huwag kayong magulat sa score natin because this is, as we said, a 14-0 run for Mindoro and they're looking to add to it.
Nagkaprito ka lang ng itlog eh. No? Just enough time for Mindoro to build this 8-point advantage as we look at that replay of Diciembre being fouled by Nocido. Timeout muna tayo dito. We'll be back with more Junior MPBL.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now. From the court to the casino, elevate your game.
Pakinggan natin muli itong si Assistant Coach Jerry Doctor ng Malabon Fisher Mall. Magandang umaga po ulit, Jerry. Coach, nabalitaan po namin na marami po ang hindi makakadalo sa inyong team. So, ano po ang naging strategy nyo coming into this game para kahit paano ay makapag-adjust players?
Yun sinabi ni kanina. Enjoyin muna yung paglalaro ng basketball. Mag-a-adjust kami ngayon sa next para kami sa depensa. Depensa lang kami tapos yung babalik pa rin yan.
Maraming salamat, Coach Jerry. At meron pa po ba kayong gustong i-shout out sa ating mga manonood?
Maraming salamat po sa sumusuporta sa BSD, saka sa
Maraming salamat, Coach Jerry. At good luck po sa inyong team. At salamat din sa aming partner, ang Apex Gaming 88, for bringing out the sheer fun in gaming. Dahil pwede kang maglaro at manalo gamit lamang ang iyong phone. But gaming is for 21 above only and parental supervision is advised. Back to the panel.
Finally, itong Malabon able to find their first field goal in this quarter after that 5.5 minutes na hindi nga sila nakascore. May sagot na sila finally to that 16-0 run by Mindoro, chopping this lead now to 7.
Tama naman yung sinabi ni Coach Jerry. Defense muna, and then the offense will just come. Yun na nga. They got the steal, and they got that end-one opportunity.
That's really all you can do with what you are given, dahil we've been talking a lot about it, that how short-handed Malabon is heading into this ball game. Absence of their team captain, absence of their marquee player, and kita naman natin at the bench of Malabon, it would be just a couple of players na pwede nilang balasahin dito. So would they be able to sustain their performance in the first quarter? So far, itong sagot sa second is medyo nahihirapan.
Medyo is using the term lightly. Kasi once nagbalasa itong si Coach Froilan ng mga tao niya, dun nag-run itong Mindoro. See now, guys like Haji Kasan coming back in, and Roales is back in. So yung second unit niya, I mean, manipis na nga sila to begin with. Only 8 guys na nakabihis. So yung quality talaga nung tatlong subs, medyo not to the liking of Coach Froilan Bagyon.
3:12 remaining in our second. There's Laksarum looking to drop it off. Pass anticipated. Pass ahead, Del Mundo will track it down. Naipit siya sa sulok. Looking for a friend, finds Roales. Ikot nila kay Monteo. So 12 to work with. 3 ball para sa Malabon. Gets another one. Is Roales. Joaquin Christopher Roales. Getting that to go. I believe that's his second 3-pointer of this ball game. Keeping Malabon in it.
That's big. Itong unang unit ng Malabon. Kasi they're competing on both ends. Despite the putback by Chong. They've been competing. They've been very aggressive. Again, we see Roales there. It's very unfortunate in that layup. They're right there, keeping in step with Mindoro. But yun nga, pag nag-ikot ng tao, it's not, di naman pwedeng 40 minutes yung 5. Diba? Kailangan din nila magpahinga kahit papaano. So, that second unit really has to step up. At the very least, masustain lang nila kahit paano yung ginagawa nung first 5 nila.
Kahit na, ano mo yun, hindi ko naman sinasabing umarangkada kayo kapag kayo nasa floor, but, just keep the balance enough for a couple of minutes na makahinga yung mga key players. As we look at Haji Kasan, fouled in the paint. Trying to impose nga yung kanyang height dito against Mindoro. Still just a 6-point lead para sa junior disciplinados in the second quarter. So what you like about Malabon, they're keeping Mindoro at arm's length para may opportunity nga sila dito at the end of this ball game to possibly steal a victory. Kasi parang the cards are stacked against itong Malabon. We've talked a lot about ano yung kulang dito sa Malabon, but props to these players, at least in this first half. Hanggang pa tinadala talaga nila dito sa Mindoro yung laban.
And important to note, first half pa lang. Di ba? Nakita naman natin yung 14 under team ng Malabon. They did the same things. Diba? They were very aggressive, na naglalaro ng walang takot, flowing very well, and they were only down 4 points at the half, but we all know how that game finished, that with Mindoro winning by 41 points. So you can't just play very well in the first half, and then after halftime, baka nakalimutan nyo yung laro dun sa loob ng dugout. Kaya kailangan, they bring the same toughness and aggressiveness sa second half.
And if there's one person on the bench of Malabon that does not forget what happened in that game, that is Coach Froilan Bagyon. And it would be wise to remind nga yung kanyang players not to fall dun sa same trap na, okay, wag tayong matuwa that we had a great start. We need to sustain that as much as we can, as we see Montejo cutting this lead now to 36 to 34. Ang daming baon din itong Malabon. Pero yun nga, first half pa lamang to. We would need a lot more from them in the second to avoid the same fate as their 14 under counterparts, as you were elucidating nga kanina, Coach Mark. But on the other end, a power move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. That was Espiritu with a bang and the bucket. Extending this lead now to 4, 38-34 with 11 seconds remaining. So, ang Malabon has an opportunity to take the last shot after this free throw attempt. Espiritu able to finish that three-point play. They go to Rodriguez. No fouls to give if you are Mindoro. 5 seconds left. Attacking the basket. Strong! His version of an end one para dito kay Richmond Montejo. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Speaking of assistant coach Jerry Doctor. Aggressive talaga itong Malabon, and it has resulted to a lot of their baskets not showing their being intimidated against this top team in Mindoro.
Gusto mo nga yung aggressiveness nila, especially in transition. Medyo mabagal yung Mindoro getting back down, and really capitalized on that.
And we end our first half with a 3-point lead dito para sa Mindoro Decena Foundation Junior Disciplinados. So once again, we look at our Apex Gaming 88 move of the game. Malabon with this courtesy of Montejo. Beautifully ran 2-on-1 fast break, helping them stay close, 39-36 at the end of the first half. We'll be back with the second half in just a few.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now. From the court to the casino, elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, Junior, MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, Junior, MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, Junior, MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang.
For we resume our second half of action, matchup ng Mindoro at Malabon in the 18 under division. We have a look at some highlights in the first two quarters. It was Mindoro, Malabon that took over sa ating first quarter. Starting strong, showing that sense of urgency. Mindoro had the answer sa second. Yung medyo nag-relax siguro. The first 10 minutes, nagising in the second and was able to build this lead. But if you're Malabon, this is the score that you are looking at in order to give yourself a chance dito sa second half. Trying to avoid the same pitfall na nangyari nga dun sa kanilang 14 under counterpart.
No, that was a strong start by Mindoro. No second quarter natin, they went on a 16-0 run. If we all remember, at the start, hindi nakascore ang Malabon dun. But at the end of the quarter, when that starting unit nitong Malabon came back inside, they made a game out of that second quarter. They were able to go on their own run. Diba? So, again, the depth is not there right now for Malabon. So, itong limang to sa loob will have to do the majority of the work for the rest of the way to keep this game close at least.
That's all you could ask for really dahil yun nga, for those who just joined us, Malabon short-handed heading into this ball game, missing the services of their marquee player Justin Velasquez and a couple other players who are out sick. So, but the teammates na naiwan dito sa floor are representing them very well. We were asking, okay, sino ngayon yung magsi-step up dito para sa Malabon, and it has been tong si Montejo who has 16 in that first half.
No, Montejo and the rest of that unit played very well. And pinag-uusapan natin, di ba, yung transition offense nila. If you see that open three off the press break, hindi maganda yung transition defense itong Mindoro kasi they're jogging back down. Pag di nila nakuha yung trap, lahat sila nagja-jogging pababa, leaving one or two guys to defend the basket.
This Siempre misses on that attempt. That was Rosales, by the way, who hit that three-pointer. Able to cut this lead now to just one. Malabon really making a case to makagulat dito against this 6-2 team of Mindoro. This Siempre tries from outside. That's short. Second opportunity. Spinning in the lane. Goes to Raimundo on the baseline. And that's good. Raimundo now with 11 points, hitting double digits after that basket. Meanwhile, punta muna tayo for kay Flo for another report. Flo?
As much as it is the players' hard work inside the court, kaya maganda ang nilalaro ng Mindoro, we need to give credit equally dito kay head coach Jay Ocampo dahil noong mga panahon daw na konti lang ang nakakapag-ensayo because of school, inalam niya pa ang schedule sa schools ng mga bata para makagawa ng paraan for training. It is quiet sacrifices like this that impacts the players, kaya hindi surprising na number 3 na sila sa standings. Hi, man, Coach Mark.
Minsan talaga kung ikaw yung coach, no, you just have to find a way na kung saan mo nga pwedeng pagkasyahin yung practice time, and it may be in the example talked about by Flo, checking ano yung schedule ng mga bata and looking at where you can maybe find an hour or two to get the boys together.
Yun naman yung importante dun eh. Just find the time to get the guys to play together. Diba? Iba pa rin talaga yung magkakasama kayo for a while, di lang sa laro. Yung chemistry, diba? Yung cohesion na hinahanap mo as a coach. Napaka-importante, more so than whatever play you can draw up or whatever scheme you can do on defense. Yung amuyan talaga yung pinaka-importante dyan.
Minsan kahit anong turo mo ng X's and O's, no?
Wala talaga yan.
Hindi talaga magkakaroon ng opportunity to be on the floor together.
If your guys are not on the same page, kahit si Phil Jackson pa ang coach mo, kahit ano pa ituro niya dyan, hindi talaga gana.
Saka kahit na alam mo siguro yung play, right? And have it, yung playbook, kabisado mo, it still is very much different from the actual game. As ito na, Mindoro making some noise once again, threatening to escape from the cudgels of Malabon, extending this lead now to 7. Go to Montejo. The corner Rosales hit a 3-pointer earlier. Montejo susubok. Kicks it out to Roales. Short on that 3. Gets another chance. Sidestepping his way through. Montejo under kick out. Roales. They would lose the basketball. Able to recover. 3 to shoot. Has to put it up. Roales. Short once again. Ito na nga, Mindoro na makaka-recover. They will run via Raimundo. Balik sa kanya. No look pass. Mabibitawan. And babalik dito sa Malabon. Bit of a lull in those two possessions. Several opportunities for Malabon, unable to convert on that possession. And then turnover dito sa Mindoro. Balik naman sa agad sa kabila. Really opening this window for Malabon to inch closer once again.
A couple of bad decisions for both teams there. Sa Malabon kanina, they had a couple of open shots. They decided to attack. Then bibigyan ng alanganin na pasa. Same with Mindoro. Raimundo issuing that no-look pass to the outside. Hindi naman sa kasalanan ng teammate niya, but you know, could have done a better job passing the basketball in that sequence.
As Raimundo and Roales fighting for that basketball, jump ball, possession arrow, Mindoro ang makakakuha ng ating possession. They are still leading by 7, 46-39 with 5 and 14 remaining in our third quarter. Just the third of 9 games nga na meron tayo dito sa Junior MPBL on this Saturday. And 9 more games ang paparating sa inyo bukas. So pag weekend, matik na yan. Alam nyo nang may Junior MPBL. Montejo attacks the hoop. Drops it off to Roales for 2.
Again, the name of the game for Malabon has been transition offense because Mindoro has been very, very slow to get down defensively, leaving the window open for the finishers of Malabon. Been very good. Itong sila Del Mundo, Roales, Montejo, they've been finishing well. And as I say that, they miss a layup. But, yun pala yun.
Yun ang plano talaga ni Roales.
Sinadya niya pala.
Yep.
Okay.
Tinira ko pero parang pasa na rin yun. That power move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner, the Junior MPBL sa Montejo, showing our officials exactly where he was hit. 18 points now para dito kay Montejo. Chance to make that 19 after this free throw. So Richmond Montejo has answered the call of Coach Froilan Bagyon, averaging just 3 points in the tournament so far. They're looking for a breakout player. Richmond Montejo is your guy.
Been playing out of his mind so far, Jaime. Huh? 3 points per game lang ang average niya so far. dito sa tournament natin. Right now, he scored 18 points for Malabon. Times 6 ang production niya. Wala sa scouting report yan.
Wala sa scouting report at all, no? And ang gusto ko dito sa kay Montejo, the mindset that wala nga talaga kaming players eh. So, maybe this is the game that he was waiting for, na may pagkakataon siya talaga to showcase what he can do. That if the other marquee players are on the floor, he may be limited in terms of, doing what he can do para dito sa team na to. And when he has this opportunity, kita naman natin, he's taking full advantage. So foul whistled here. 2 free throws coming up para kay Laksarum. Lamang pa rin ang Mindoro dito. Still a 2-point lead for them. But if ikaw ang Mindoro, you have to be careful dahil you've really been kind of playing around, I would say. Dahil you are one of the top teams in this 18 under division sa North. You're playing a bottom team, 11th sa standings to be exact. Just 1 win to show for dito sa Malabon. Short-handed pa sila. So I don't know if kung very happy si Coach J dito sa habit na nabubuo ng mga bata heading into the tail end of this elimination round.
Obviously, hindi siya masaya. If you're looking at Coach J right now, walang bakas ng ngiti. Kahit nakakashoot sila, hindi talaga napapangiti si Coach J. So they're not very happy with this development. I think this is Montejo. Looks like he turned his ankle dun sa atake niya sa baseline. And this could be a very big development for Malabon Fisher Mall. Kasi siya yung bumubuhat sa team eh. He's been playmaking, he's been scoring. Essentially, sakit ng ulo ni Coach J ng Mindoro. Itong si Montejo.
And hopefully, we get to see him back on the floor. Ika siya rito. Was able to get up with his own power. And as we look at Montejo muna, for hopefully he recovers, we'll be back with the last 3 and 12 of this quarter. No timeout is called, so action resumes here. Hopefully Montejo nga, nothing too serious. Sabi mo, siya nga yung nagbubuhat dito. So parang just when you thought short-handed ka na, may iikli pa pala. Yung pagiging short-handed mo na yun. Dahil Montejo, and in his absence, maghahanap ka na naman ng kung sino ang magpipick up ng offense for your team.
Especially na pinansin natin kanina, yung second unit nitong Malabon wasn't up to par in terms of quality. Diba? Pagpasok na dun, nag-run itong Mindoro. They got their lead up as much as 10 points before bumalik itong sila Montejo and the rest of the starting 5. So ngayon, matcha-challenge lalo itong Malabon. How will they respond? That is the question.
As Raimundo scores on that basket, 50-44, 6-point lead now. Del Mundo spinning in the lane. Foul will be whistled. Just the third team foul here para sa Mindoro. Last 2 and 40 left in our third quarter. So if ikaw naman ng Mindoro, this is kind of the window habang nakaupo pa si Montejo. If he would be expected to be back na push the envelope. And baka gusto mong sarhan na agad ng pintuan itong Malabon in this quarter. It's a steal by Laksarum. Drops it off to Raimundo. Hits his knee. Great transition defense shown there by Malabon.
And going back to your point kanina, diba? Ito nga, wala na si Montejo for Malabon. And now they're having a hard time trying to manufacture a play. Talking about guys like Del Mundo, Roales, even Rosales there. Nahihirapan talaga sila. That's why they turned that ball over. So wala nang mapuntahan yung bola bigla. Somebody who can create a situation for them.
Talagang dinidiin nandito ng Mindoro. They're pressing, trying to, talagang isak na rin yung energy nitong Malabon as an offensive foul will be called here against Gabe Nocido. Offensive foul. So well, no team foul, but they are at the limit talking about itong Malabon. The next foul would mean free throws here for Mindoro. Diciembre, his floater, trickles in. It's an injury report here para kay Montejo nga. Twisted that ankle as you noticed, Coach Mark. So attended to at the moment and hindi na natin siya makita dito for the rest of this ball game, especially if tuluyan na nga bumitaw itong Mindoro.
And as you said that, Mindoro really capitalizing on the absence of Montejo now. Turning up the jets, being aggressive in the paint, and pressuring these guards. Kasi walang traditional point guard itong Malabon. And that's a big three there for Malabon. Keeping them in striking distance towards the end of the third quarter.
Stopping the bleeding nga itong si Rosales. So he must be the one to step up dahil nga itong si Montejo still figuring out if he is able to get back in this ball game. 7-point lead. Way off on that shot. Laksa room. Second opportunity won't go. Tapikan. Mindoro will recover. They could hold for the last shot. Diciembre, another floater. Now won't go. Del Mundo. Pass ahead. They have 3 to work with. This would be enough time if they lace it up. That's exactly the basket that Malabon needs to keep themselves afloat. 54-49. Heading into the last quarter of this ball game. As we look at our Apex Gaming 88 move of the game. Diciembre, the spin cycle. Finishing off the glass for Apex Gaming 88 move of the game. Still close, 54-49. Diyan lamang po kayo for our fourth quarter.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart.
Pakinggan naman natin itong si Head Coach Jay Ocampo, the brains behind Mindoro 18 Under Team. Good morning, Coach Jay. Coach, very curious kami dito kay Sean Diciembre dahil 16 years old pa lang siya and yet team mo. Ano po bang o pro ang ina-apply niyo dito kay Sean?
Ay, ang ina-apply ko naman na ang ginagawa ko, tinutulungan ko lang kung anong gusto niya. Kung saan siya komportable yung laro niya, binibigay ko at binibigyan ko ng suporta.
Maraming salamat. Sa mga nanonood po sa
Binabati ko, nagpapasalamat ako kay Boss JR Vicena sa Electron College. At sa misis ko, sorry. I love you so much, boo.
Salamat, Coach Jay, at salamat din sa Apex Gaming 88 for bringing out the sheer fun in gaming dahil pwede kang maglaro at manalo gamit lamang ang iyong phone, but gaming is for 21 above only and parental supervision is advised. Hi, man, Coach Mark.
Right, and this team so far still holding on to this 7-point lead, 56-49, heading into this fourth quarter. I like what he said there na parang okay, kung saan din okay si Sean Diciembre, yun din yung tinatry niya lang din suportahan. And they're trying to enable his player. As Raimundo hits that three-pointer, time to shine para dito kay Harvey Raimundo. That's 20 points now para sa kanya. And it's back to a 10-point lead para sa Mindoro, 59-49. Early timeout called here by Coach Froilan Bagyon. Magbabalik tayo with more junior MPBL.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now. From the court to the casino, elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
Back with the fourth quarter of action, 18 under division matchup of Malabon and Mindoro. So every time lumalapit itong Malabon, Mindoro would once again find a response, extending this lead now to double digits. Back to 10, pero balik na naman sa 8 after that basket coming from Del Mundo.
Well, again, Malabon's been very good in transition, but pagdating sa half-court sets nila, doon nila talaga namimiss itong presence ni Montejo. He's able to generate a lot of offense for himself and for his teammates.
Look at Diciembre finishing despite the traffic. So 10 na naman ang kalamangan dito. Mindoro trying to answer on the other end. Nice aggressive move. Will be rewarded for 2 free throws. This is Romeo Gabriel Manuel para sa Fisher Mall. Creating something out of nothing. Dahil 3 na yung kaharap niyang blue shirts doon. Still deciding to attack. Rewarded with that foul.
I mean, itong Mindoro naman on their end, they're able to bring the lead up to 10 points, 9 points, 10 points because of turnovers and finishing. Pero hindi nila rin ma-put away itong Malabon. No thanks to their turnovers. You're checking the turnovers on their stats. They've turned the ball over 14 times. They actually have more than Malabon right now. So it's not really helping their cause.
And fast break points nga. Check this, Coach Mark. 16 fast break points para sa Malabon. 2-0 para sa Mindoro. So yung way na makakapitalize nga sila in those fast break opportunities, absent for Mindoro in this ball game. Raimundo goes to go on zone. Chris crossing, that won't go. We see Montejo back in this ball game. Nice to see him back after that injury scare kanina.
And at full speed.
So safe to say, hindi niya na iniinda yung tapilok kanina. Sorwales attacking baseline off the glass. Can't get the bounce. So traveling will be called against Haji Kasan in that instance.
Oh, that's 2 easy layups now blown by Malabon. Nagsasayang din sila ng opportunities, much like, in the second game, the one of third quarter, pinag-usapan natin, daming missed opportunities nung Malabon 16 under. Yung mga kuya nila suffering the same fate.
Sherembre missing on that floater. Takbo. Malabon dito. They have a 4-on-3 advantage. Montejo strong to the hoop. No foul called. Drops it off. Ayaw pa rin talaga. So couple of sorry misses once again para sa Malabon. Would Mindoro be able to capitalize? Raimundo goes to lock sa room. Baseline J. Nothing but the bottom.
Yun ang masakit doon, Jaime. You miss a couple layups on the other end and then you give up a 2-pointer. So instead of that lead being down to maybe 7 or 5 points, now you're down 11.
Biggest lead so far nga para dito sa Mindoro. Del Mundo will try. Able to get that basket. Kickball whistled here by our officials. Mindoro would still keep this basketball as we look at this Ynares crowd early this Saturday morning. So kung saan man kayo nanonood, Facebook or YouTube or Signal, MPTV, maraming salamat for joining us this morning sa ating Junior MPBL. Yes, the third of 9 games na hatid namin sa inyo ngayong araw. Couple of players nga for Antipolo and Marikina already prepping for their time to get on the court. Pass ahead to Rosales. Layup is good. So Roales to Rosales. Connecting on that instance. Back to a single-point lead, single-digit lead here, 63-54. Mahaba pa to, Coach Mark. 6-15. Malabon still has a window. Make something happen.
No, if they do want to get back in this game, they need to capitalize on a run. Ngayon pa lang with 6 minutes, a little over 6 minutes left in our game. Kasi we've seen them, make a game out of this. Nabababa nila to maybe 3-2 points, as we see earlier. But never sila makatagos through that threshold of taking the lead. Kasi once they shuffle players, pag nagpasok mo sila, nag-iiba talaga yung flow ng laro. But from the looks of it, mga set na si Coach Froilan dito sa 5 sa loob.
Walang no choice na. Kailangan na nga matapos dito ng kanilang strongest 5 as Montejo. Beautiful attack to the basket. Adding 2 more. Pero we see him still, feeling the ill effects of that ankle injury kanina. Love the heart on this kid.
Oh, that kid is showing his toughness. Diba? Pinapakita niya na parang wala lang, but deep inside, masakit talaga yan pag inaapak mo. A big shot there from Guanzon.
Yeah, speaking of masakit, no? As
Masakit.
Guanzon,
Step back 3-point shot ng sentro.
mga talagang hindi mo akalain that would take that shot.
Pakamot ng naulo si Haji Kasan.
Montejo would miss on that layup. Almost halfway through our 4th quarter. Still 9-point lead para sa Mindoro. Almost extending that was Raimundo, but he will be fouled. Instead, we'll have a chance to earn it from the stripe.
No, where was the help defense kung ikaw yung Malabon? That was too easy for Raimundo to beat his defender. Obviously, medyo hindi makagalaw laterally ito si Montejo. But he needs that help. Yung help defender pa dun, nanggaling dito sa strong side corner, side of the ball. The weak side, the side without the basketball has to be there to help out any penetrations. Especially kung ina-atake yung teammate mong may iniinda.
Not expecting na talagang kaya niyang magstay in front. Especially it's Harvey Raimundo that you're trying to check.
Silent operator din to si Harvey Raimundo. No? Hindi natin napapansin. We talked about him pre-game as one of the guys to watch. But hindi natin pansin. May 20 points na pala to si Harvey Raimundo. Kanina sinasabi natin, he needs to step up. Ayun na nga. 20 points with still over a little less than 5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, I feel you, Coach Mark. Parang yan din yung pakiramdam ko is that we haven't talked a lot about him. He is the marquee player for Mindoro. Pero silently, he has come up with this 20 points for his team. A smooth operator lang, no? Very efficient in his baskets. Nothing too flashy. Montejo once again attacking strong. Talaga naman tong batang to, no? I gotta admire the attitude of Richmond Montejo. You already know he's nursing that ankle injury. But still flying to the basket, giving up his body, and was able to be fouled and get himself to the line.
May kilala din ako point guard na tough as nails like Montejo, and that's his coach, Coach Froilan Bagyon, back in his days with the National University Bulldogs. Despite the size, pound for pound, one of the toughest guys in the UAP. So, is there anyone you can model your game after? That's your head coach right there.
Fortunately, missing on both charities was Richmond Montejo. Literal bulldog talaga si Coach Froilan. Back in the day, strong on that J. Another opportunity. Elegado, make sure of that one. Extending this lead to 13 now. So itong Malabon has to be careful because Mindoro, similar to the 16 and 14 under teams, agad yung sa dulo ng ball game, and taking advantage, doon sila bumitaw. Rosales trying to look for that roll, but no roll was performed. Raimundo looking for 2 teammates, nag-agawan. Ang nagwagi ay si Espiritu. Rodriguez attacking strong. Almost thought he was gonna wind up for a slam, but
Buelo pa lang, parang hitatank na niya. Biglang nag-jelly. Nag-iba. But going back to Malabon, they're allowing now second chance opportunities dito sa Mindoro. They've kept in step in terms of rebounding. Pero, again, maybe it's the fatigue factor playing in now kasi nga, they only have 8 players active because of they're missing a few guys due to sickness. So, dito mo makikita, probably the fatigue factor, and then you have Montejo playing on one good foot because of his early injury in the 4th quarter. Ngayon, medyo bumitaw na yung Mindoro in terms of the rebounding. They have 42 to only 28 dito sa Malabon. Kanina, we were tied at 23 in terms of rebounding. So, medyo umalagwa na talaga tong Mindoro by taking control of the rebounding. Sabi nga ni Sakuragi, di ba? He controls the rebound, controls the game. quote-unquote.
Fewer words were said about rebounding na hindi totoo. Sakuragi is the king of rebound. Right? And how rebounding, and I think the 16 under matchup, yun din yung isang stat that was, na lamang ang Mindoro.
Eventually, lumamang sila, di ba? Nung medyo dikit yung rebounding, the Malabon team was in there despite the struggles. Pero nung na-control na nung 16 under na Mindoro team yung rebounding nila, and they did control it in a huge way, dun din sila nakaalagwa.
Haji Kasan hits both free throws, keeping Malabon in it somehow. Still a 13-point deficit that they're looking at with just 3 and 16 remaining in the fourth and final canto. They go to Raimundo once again, looking for the Elegado screen. Takes it out to Diciembre. Still 8 to work with. Bullet pass to Elegado. Traveling will be called.
No, again, much like that 16 under game, Jaime, if you're checking the stats alone, you'd think dikit yung laro or all at the very least. Pero Mindoro up now 13 points just because of their second chance opportunities. They're leading second chance points 17 to 8, thereby negating itong advantage sa fast break points ng Malabon. Malabon actually winning that statistic category at 18 to 4. Pero yun nga, since they're dominating the rebounding edge now, wala rin yung advantage bigla ng Malabon. That's why Mindoro has this lead.
So we see Montejo able to get a couple of free throws from that attack. Ang sabi mo nga early in this ball game, Coach Mark, no, despite a great start from Malabon, you have always posed the question kung masusustain ba nila yung, I guess, that type of intensity, that type of energy na dala nila at the start of the ball game pa nga lang, di ba? And naturally, with the depth that not, I mean, very evident naman, wala kang masyadong pwedeng balasang players if you are Coach Froilan, that the gas would eventually, hindi man run empty, but
Nasa dilaw na.
nasa dilaw na. May warning na. Oh.
Kailangan mo na magpagasolina. I think the energy of the game shifted once Montejo went out with that ankle injury. Nakita mo dun sa body language nitong Malabon players nung nakita nang nakabagsak mo si Montejo on the sidelines. Talagang medyo deflated yung itsura nila. Despite him coming back in this ball game, medyo nag-iba na talaga yung pananaw nila sa laro.
But they do have 2 minutes and 2 seconds to make one final run. They are trailing by 10, 71 to 61 with 2:02 remaining.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now. From the court to the casino, elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
Last 2:02 of this fourth quarter. You're still watching the 18 under matchup of Mindoro and Malabon. Mula dito sa Ynares Center in Antipolo as Malabon comes up with a steal. Montejo attacking once again.
Grabe tong bata na to. Parang walang iniindang maglaro. Ang tapang pa rin.
Bukas na siguro niya mararamdaman yung sakit ng ankle na yan.
Masakit yan bukas talaga. Kasi ngayon may adrenaline ka pa eh. So kaya mong itawid yan. Pero mamaya, pag namaga, masakit na yan. Mahirap na maglakad. Right after this game, pustahan tayo. Pag nakita natin to si Montejo coming out of the locker room, medyo iika-ika na yan, tumamaga.
Pero wala talaga silang choice except to leave him on the floor. They're trying to still make this a ball game, trailing by 8. Diciembre comes up with that steal. Roales chasing him. And he will win that foot race. Diciembre now with 12 points. That just might be the dagger, Coach Mark.
That's the name of the game. Even dun sa 16 under, missed opportunities. killing this Malabon team. And as I said that, they make a big three. Pero sayang, di ba? If they made the three earlier and then they got a stop and they made the three, they're only down 4 points.
Traveling
There's the
call.
stop.
This is the stop that they're looking for. And if ikaw naman ng Mindoro, hindi mo naman kailangan magmadali. You could try to milk as much clock as you want. But they're giving another window here para sa Malabon come up with a comeback. 73-66.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now. From the court to the casino, elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
.62 seconds remaining, 73-66. Still a 7-point advantage being enjoyed here by Mindoro Decena Foundation Junior Disciplinados. Pero bola nandito sa Malabon. Try to cut this lead once again. Rosales pulling up. That's too strong. Shrembre will track it down.
They could have had a better shot if Rosales only swung the ball to the other side. He had a couple of open teammates, instead choosing to shoot that contested mid-range jump shot.
Ito nga Mindoro showing their patience this time around. Milking the clock. Baseline J, Raimundo, strong. Basketball will be the officials conferring with each other, trying to make sure they are making the right call. And Mindoro signal to keep it. They will call for some time, the last 29 seconds of this ball game.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now. From the court to the casino, elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
Back with the last 29 seconds of this ball game. So foul whistled here against Malabon, giving 2 free throws para dito sa Mindoro.
That should be it for this game if Mindoro converts these free throws. Malabon made the game out of it. They showed the grit, the toughness, the tenacity. At yun nga, nasagot na yung tanong natin kanina from the first quarter. Will they be able to sustain that kind of play? The answer was almost, but not quite.
I think 3 quarters right there was Malabon. But Mindoro really proving too much for Malabon Fisher Mall. They will be moving to 7-2. Talking about itong Mindoro Decena Foundation Junior Disciplinados. Really, solo first sila after this ball game. Kasi Mandaluyong is at 6-1 and Pampanga trying to chase that at 5-1 at the moment. While for Malabon, unfortunately, this would mean they would slide to 1-7. Although, hindi rin pa tapos ang laban dito ng Malabon dahil Marikina and Valenzuela, who is sitting at 9-10, just have 2 wins. And may 2 laro pa itong Malabon coming up. And if they are able to secure that, and the Marikina and Valenzuela will also lose their future assignments, they just might squeak in to the playoffs. And dyan na nga matatapos ang ating ball game. 74-66. Valiant effort shown by the Malabon Fisher Mall Bagyon Basketball. But Mindoro, the Sena Foundation Junior Disciplinados showed enough of their discipline to come up with this victory as we look at our Apex Gaming 88. Move of the game, Raimundo to Espiritu. Yung dalawang magkakampi. Pumili na lang, Laksarum. Pinagbigyan na lang din sa Espiritu. Able to finish on that fast break. Aiding in weathering the storm brought by Malabon. They will sit atop the standing itong Mindoro at the end of this game. And it's a clean sweep for Mindoro against Malabon as well. 14, 16, and 18. They were able to come up with the victories. Meantime, punta tayo kay Flo, who is with our Apex Gaming 88 player of the game.
That game was head-to-head mula pa first quarter, pero tinapos yan ni Harvey Raimundo, our Apex Gaming 88 player of the game with 22 points. And currently, siya po ang number 3 natin sa overall steal sa buong 18 under. Congratulations, Harvey! Harvey, matanong ko lang, dikitan nga ang laban niyo mula pa first quarter. Bakit sa palagay mo, kayo pa rin ang lumamang bandang dulo?
Dahil po siguro sa ensayo namin yun, mas condition po kami kaysa sa kanila.
Maraming salamat, Harvey, at dahil napaka-amazing nga ng iyong performance, batiin mo naman ang mga taga-suporta mo.
Shoutout po kay Mama Mary Grace Raimundo, kay Papa, kay Nanay Chit, tapos po sa PLP Elites, kay Kuya Jay, tapos sa GF ko, kay Jayan Arsadon, tapos kay Kuya Ken po, tapos kay Ate Cecil, yun lang po.
Maraming salamat, Harvey, and congratulations again to the Mindoro team. And here are Jaime and Coach Mark to conclude our morning games.
Congratulations, Harvey John Raimundo, our Apex Gaming 88 best player of the game. Look at some highlights from that very close ball game, I would say. I know the final score would say otherwise, pero nga, Malabon made a case for themselves despite being short-handed. But Mindoro, nakahanap din naman ng kanilang response and woke up at the right time.
Woke up at the right time indeed. They did just enough to get that separation against Malabon, who eventually, despite the gallant stand, di na talaga kaya ng depth nila. 5 guys alone cannot win a ball game for you.
And that's it for the 3 games this morning. Diyan lamang po kayo to watch the next games for Marikina and Antipolo in the 18 under division. Papaalam na po kami ni Coach Mark, but we'll see you guys again next week for more Apex Gaming 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Ito ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.